Hello. I think
Hello.
we're live.
We are
We're
live.
live.
Excellent. Our first podcast after Oman, or
Yep.
Oman, actually. So, have you recovered, Amanda?
Honestly, no. I feel like I haven't recovered. I'm really tired every day ever since I got back. Yesterday I went to bed before 9, actually.
Wow. Wow.
Mhm. Yeah.
Wow.
How about you? Have you recovered?
Recovered from what?
Nothing's changed for him.
Yeah, still the same twerp.
Still getting 2 hours of sleep a night, regardless.
Well, I get more than 2 hours. What are you
2.5?
No. Actually, the other day when I came back, I slept almost like 8 hours.
Wow, that's out of
That's
character.
impressive.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so not you.
So, what
Well-
are we going to talk about today?
Actually, Hamid, we have 2 national holidays coming up. Can you name what they are?
Amanda's birthday.
Yeah.
That's number 1.
Number
And
1.
then, I know that she made a TikTok about something that people throw balls at each other. and So
No, that's not
holiday?
the holiday we're talking about.
That actually, the Super Bowl actually got postponed due to Amanda's birthday.
There was a
Is that-
scheduling.
is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, they had
You
to do
must
that.
be very important,
Amanda
Amanda.
did not want to watch football during her birthday dinner.
And yeah, I'm trying to have a peaceful birthday dinner. I don't want to hear everyone at the restaurant screaming. So they moved it for me.
You are a celebrity. So
No.
tell us, what are we talking today about?
Well, today we're going to talk about the dark history of Valentine's Day.
Sounds interesting.
Yep, a holiday all about love, but it wasn't always all about love.
No?
It wasn't. Yeah. So this is actually a holiday that Amanda enjoys celebrating. You want to tell us
Okay.
a little bit about why you like Valentine's Day?
I love Valentine's Day. I think it's a really special day for a lot of people. It's sweet to me to walk around the stores and everything's pink, my favorite color. And I like how this holiday is about love. It's not really about gifts for
Oh,
everybody.
it is not?
No, because you don't, only the women get gifts. So
What? So how
No,
is it all about gifts?
it's a holiday that's about love. So even if you don't have money to buy gifts and stuff, you can still have a nice Valentine's Day, like making dinner at home, watching a movie, doing something sweet. That's why I like
okay.
it.
Okay. So, it's an American holiday, isn't it?
Well, it didn't start in America, but
Okay.
I wouldn't know. I is Valentine's Day celebrated nationally still to this day? You would know.
You would be surprised. Even in Iran, where I'm born and my family is, now Valentine's Day is a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They even call it Valentine's. But it wasn't when I was in Iran. I think through the social media, almost every American day is a holiday all around the world because culturally, I hate to say that we dominate the whole world, but we do. In some places, even they celebrate 4th of July, our 4th of July.
Wow. I didn't
That
know
is-
that.
That
That's
is how
crazy.
bad we are. We make people celebrate all
Our
Well, but
independence.
I mean, it's actually, if you think about it, it's not that crazy that other people celebrate 4th of July because we celebrate Mexican Independence Day,
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo, which isn't actually on Cinco de Mayo, but we celebrate other
Okay.
people's Independence Day too.
That's
Yeah,
true.
but
Do
imagine
we
a
celebrate it for the
country-
right reason?
Yeah, we want to drink margaritas and have tacos. That's why we celebrate it.
I'm for it.
Yeah. So enlighten us about Valentine's Day. What do we need to know?
Well, Valentine's Day actually was declared a day in the 5th century by a pope.
Are you surprised that Valentine's Day dates back to becoming a religious holiday or a Christianized holiday?
I am. It's a little bit of a commercial holiday, but Christians we have our way of putting a twist on things and making our own holidays.
There is a historical figure called Saint Valentine.
Mm-hmm.
He was sanctified. Are these related, Valentine's Day and Saint Valentine?
Yeah, absolutely. Saint Valentine was actually a priest within the Roman Catholic Church that became really famous because he actually was, what did he do? He performed marriages.
He married soldiers that were forbidden to be married, actually.
Yeah,
What does that mean? What do you mean forbidden?
Well, they were forbidden to be married and he married them.
basically they said back in that day, soldiers were seen to be stronger when they were single, when they were not married. They saw a relationship or being in a marriage as kind of like to weaken them. So they did not want their soldiers to be married. And St. Valentine said, kind of had that love is love. And if you want to be married in the Catholic Church, I'm here for you. And that's kind of where we got the name Valentine.
Yeah, exactly. And he used to wear a ring that had Cupid on it, and that helped the soldiers recognize him.
Wow, that is an interesting story. Should I tell you another story about the neurosurgery residency?
Yes.
100 years ago, if a neurosurgery resident wanted to get married, had to get the permission of the program director. There are stories. The father of neurosurgery in the United States is Harvey Cushing. And it's said that one of his residents got married without his permission. And he's our symbol of neurosurgery. But this story is to show that even the great men have weak points, have the dark side. So he actually found out that this resident got married and then called him in. And he said, I reviewed your performance. I see that you haven't been lacking and your performance hasn't gone down, but at least you could marry a lady, because this resident married a nurse. And that wasn't good enough for Harvey Cushing to marry a nurse. You could have married a lady. So
in what way, like when you say marry a lady, do you mean like
no, I mean like a higher status, and somebody who doesn't clean the fecal matter of the
not working hand type.
Something fancier and so on. So I have a series on my TikTok that says nobody has only one side, and this is the father of neurosurgery speaking down about nurses.
Right.
Yeah. So that is interesting that and lots of things in medicine has something in common with military. Do you know where it comes from? It's come from Preußen. Preußen were the eastern part of Germany. They King Frederick, that they were very disciplined and they created a lots of military traditions and so on, which by the way was taken from around the world. The medicine, like literally all the doctors and so on, they had to be officer in the military to be a doctor or a surgeon. So lots of doctors' tradition is taken from the military. And so in that sense, so I understand that the doctors weren't allowed to marry until they get a permission. So what you just said, it's sort of continuation of the military tradition that you don't have children, that you don't have to think about that if you are going to die, who's going to take care of them. So go on though. So the soldier, they weren't allowed to marry, but Saint Valentine married them anyways.
Yeah, he married them anyways.
Yeah, but that was in the 5th century, you said. When did it, how did that tradition go on? How did it become such a big tradition in US?
Well, that's a good question. I don't have a specific answer, but I have kind of a guess that Valentine's Day kind of blew up in the United States, in my opinion, probably for the same reason about every other holiday did. For what Amanda said, for commercial reasons, whether it's for making a profit, selling the chocolates, the flowers, the candies, whether it's, just to get people, more involved in whatever it may be. But we do need to talk about the real reason
The
Valentine's
pagan
Day.
Oh,
reason.
Came
go
about.
ahead. It's
Yeah,
getting
yeah,
interesting. But
there's a dark side to Valentine's
Well,
Day.
Valentine's Day used, like a lot of other religious holidays, Valentine's Day used to be a pagan holiday.
Mhm.
Oh,
Or
okay.
it wasn't called Valentine's
Yeah.
Day. It was called Lupercalia, which was what we called a pagan holiday, more like Valentine's Day for
What
a
is
little
it?
more
What is it called?
risque. Lupercalia.
Lubricalia?
Yes, if
You
I'm
know,
saying that right.
no,
Have you
it's-
heard of it?
Can you
No, I haven't. Has it something to do with lubricant, like
You know,
lubricalia?
it may.
That's
it
what I've been
may.
wondering
It
this
has
whole
a-
week.
It's LUP.
Oh,
so-
lubricalia. Okay.
Yep. So basically, what we kind of came up with was this was a day, which was actually February 15th, that the pagans would basically celebrate fertility. So it would be more so the rumor has it, or what we found in the research, is that people on this day would pick a name out of a jar, and that's the person that they would then mate with or become or try
Just
to
like
become
that.
fertile with.
Yeah,
Just like that.
It was a big party,
It
I
was
guess.
a celebration, a pagan holiday, what they quoted as a holiday,
Okay,
And-
pagan, not Roman.
not Roman. It was
Roman had that Saturnalia where they did the same thing. They didn't draw a name from a hat or something, but then it was a quite big sexual extravaganza.
exactly.
The whole
Yep.
So when was
local-
that? Was that
What?
like a certain day, like a holiday?
Saturnalia is Christmas. It's our Christmas. Yeah.
It's just like Valentine's Day
Yeah.
is. They kind of take that
Yeah.
holiday they don't like,
That
and
is a different kind of
cover it up.
Christmas, you know?
Yeah, it's different kind of
Yeah.
celebration. But it's interesting how both of these holidays are when it's colder out or in the winter.
Yeah, well, they need some reason to just go through the winter, I guess. Whatever it is. So pagan, I'm assuming with pagan you mean mostly Northern European people.
Correct. That's where we found most of the research is the European area.
So go on. So they just started the pagan and they had this feast and the mating process and so on.
Right.
Go.
So basically, I guess, and Amanda, quote me if I'm wrong, what I kind of found out was that once they kind of found out of this Lupercalia holiday, Christians basically wanted to put a stop to it, or they wanted to take this more risque holiday and base it off of more of their morals.
They're saints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
why
so-
am I not surprised? Go ahead.
Right. So instead of taking it more as, lustfully, they tried to make Valentine's Day or Lupercalia more of a love-based holiday.
Okay.
So that's kind of how I found out. But back in the 5th century, we don't have a ton of written records, but
Mhm.
based on what we know, like you had said with Christmas and other non-Christian holidays, I'm seeing a trend here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in most of the Europe, really, they didn't used to celebrate, at least to my best knowledge when I was living there, Valentine's Day. But I'm aware of that it's now becoming more and more a holiday. So many of these holidays, they started as a Christian holiday, or the pagan
Or a
holiday,
pagan
Christian holiday, European holiday, but they became really big in the United States. And now we are giving it back to the rest of the world, including Europe.
And we're putting a little twist on it.
Yeah, but when you lived there in Germany, did they have a holiday similar? Maybe not on the same day, but I know that other cultures have other holidays that are about love. I can't remember the exact name, but in Japan, they have one about like telling your wife that you love her, because I learned this in my
Saint
culture.
Godzilla Day. Do they have the Saint Godzilla Day?
What is it?
No, I'm joking. I'm just saying, Godzilla is a big thing in Japan. No? Okay.
No.
No. Okay. No, I know that in Germany, we have something called Saint Valentine's. And I don't recall that it was anything big, it just it was something that was always on the calendar. It came and went. It came and gone without really us making a big deal of it. But I know that the United States is almost, if you have a partner, you're almost required, not almost, you're required, give gifts or chocolate or flowers and
Yeah.
so on.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, you bring up a good point there, Dr. Abbasi, though. Why is it that we give out chocolate, candy, flowers? Why do we give out these materialistic things?
Because it's for your sweetheart. You have to give them something
Okay,
sweet.
Amanda, I know you know the answer.
Yeah, ask him.
I'm a robot.
But how is
because-
St. Valentine's Day celebrated in Germany?
No, I don't recall that we really celebrated in a big way. We did not. I mean, it was like one of those, things on the calendar, but we didn't really celebrate it in the way that is a big deal in the United States. Now, as well in the United States, I think what I noticed that many of these celebrations, many of these reasons to celebrate, they're so well paced. Like, you have the Halloween, then you have the Thanksgiving, then you have the Christmas, then they're almost equally paced to keep the pace with.
Yeah, that specific holiday aisle is always full of something.
Gift that keeps on giving.
Yes. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, actually, I have noticed that because I'm pretty disappointed. I found these candles from Target. I love Valentine's Day. And so when it's hearts and stuff, I go crazy. I really enjoy that stuff. These heart earrings that I'm wearing, I wear year round.
Alyssa, Amanda is going crazy.
And no,
give her
you
her
guys,
week of love.
it's a month.
A month. Give her her month of love.
It's the shortest month. But anyway, there are these heart-shaped candles that I really love from Target. And I went to go get more. And they already took all the Valentine's Day stuff out of the holiday section and replaced it with Easter and St. Patrick's.
So let's go over that, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Valentine's, Easter. What comes
St.
after?
Patrick's Day is in a month.
Patrick's Day.
That's another one we'll probably touch on.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
Christianized holiday.
Mhm. For drinking.
Oh, is that right? Is that the
Yeah.
holiday for drinking?
St. Patrick's Day.
I think we'll have to do a
Leprechauns
little
and
bit of
gold
research.
coins and Irish whiskey.
Valentine's Day, though, can be kind of a depressing time of year for some people, I think.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I would agree with that.
In the season of Valentine's
I
Day,
apologize. It's a hospital calling me.
That's okay.
okay.
Temporarily.
Do you want to mute it?
I'll just leave. We can talk about it though.
Yeah, we can talk about how Abbasi's a Grinch for Valentine's Day.
Well, I guess since it's just Amanda and I, and we can have a little girl chat, there's this song we all know by Miley Cyrus talking about how
Flowers.
we can buy ourselves flowers and do this and that. I know Amanda has a little different opinion on this, but I was kind of curious on Valentine's Day. How do you feel? What do you want to get for Valentine's Day? Do you want to buy yourself flowers?
I do buy myself flowers every week. I'm going to put that out there. And it's not because of the Miley song, and it's not because nobody else is buying me flowers. I buy myself flowers because I like to wake up to them. They make me feel good. But my ideal Valentine's Day does not include going out to eat. I think my ideal Valentine's Day would be if my partner made me a delicious meal at home, something that he cleans up after as well,
100%.
including washing the dishes, and just like a chill night at home. I don't think Valentine's Day has to be expensive. And it has gotten a little bit outrageous with like increased prices for Valentine's Day and stuff like that.
Don't you think that's every holiday though?
It is every holiday.
Because I completely agree that acts of, love, quality time is worth way more than any monetary gift you can give. Chocolate will be gone in a week.
And the Valentine's Day chocolate is usually pretty poor quality anyhow.
And it's cheaper on the 15th of February anyway.
I do go shopping on the 15th of February. What's your ideal Valentine's Day?
See, I'm with you on that. For some reason, I don't like when people tell me that I have to celebrate something in a box.
Yeah.
This day, this 24 hours is the day that you show somebody that you love them, that you appreciate them. And to me, that's not the point of it.
Yeah, right.
I would rather somebody celebrate me on the 13th or the 15th or every single day after that.
Yeah, or when they're reminded like, oh, wow, I love her. I want to do something special.
Right. I think I'm just more of if you had you thought about me, send me an extra text saying, I appreciate you. That'll go a lot farther than handing me a candy bar and saying, here you go.
I'm with you on that. I think my one issue with Valentine's Day is it's like forcing people to show love, where love should be shown more genuinely and freely.
Right. And without money. I will agree.
Yeah.
We see a lot of people post, look at this big balloon I got, this big bouquet of flowers. Look how much my husband loves me. He bought me a car.
Yeah. Or
wow, people buy a car for Valentine's Day?
If you have the money, I would buy my husband a car if I had it.
Wow, your husband is very lucky.
You'd be surprised.
Well, I'm going to marry Alyssa, so.
Well, I'm
laughs, but
then I'll never have a bad
staying in line. If you are going to buy your spouse a car, I'm sure people are going to stay in line to get married.
Luckily, Amanda's birthday is close to Valentine's Day, but I have a feeling she probably doesn't like lumped gifts.
No,
together.
I do not. I don't think that's right.
I don't think it's right either.
No,
it's not your fault. You were born right next to a holiday.
My mom does call me her Valentine's Day baby, though.
So I think, considering that we have commercialized all our holidays, which I don't consider it a bad thing, because our economy is truly based on consumption. Now, some people may call it bad, but in our society, I think the consumption is part of what drives the economy. So if you remember, we talked about that even Santa Claus is a commercial creation.
Every time I see a can of Coke, I remember you saying that.
Yeah. And so we should just consider that this has become one way or another part of our culture, and the rest of the world is actually taking it from us. Our culture is penetrating throughout the world. Now, where would you think this holiday is going? It is now well established in the United States, and it's getting into other countries and so on. Now, what I'm just thinking about, what do the commercialization of our culture, what's the next step? But I mean, is there something like, how is it going to develop? What do you think in 50 years or 100 years, what holidays are we going to celebrate, and what else is out there? So we have 4th of July, we have created, we have St. Patrick's Day. I didn't know, by the way, that St. Patrick's Day is a big holiday, but
really, March 17th.
Well, technically, every day on our calendar is some type of holiday, whether it's like we have Pi Day.
Yep, National Everything Day. If you look up right now, what day? February 10th is National what, and then we'll tell you. It is interesting.
Are we saturated, or is there still room for more holidays?
Every day has a holiday.
I mean, in a big commercial way, like Christmas and Valentine's Day or Easter and so on. Is there place for more?
I don't know if it's saturated, because we have to think there's a lot of quote holidays such as like Earth Day, Labor Day, all these more, I guess Labor Day is a national, but like Earth Day, that's recognized. It's on the calendar. It's quote a national holiday, but I don't see as many, we don't buy things for it, it's not as big, but there are those holidays out there, President's Day,
Martin Luther King Day just passed, right?
Indigenous People Day, or Columbus.
Do you think they could commercialize those holidays?
Oh, they could commercialize.
Target's on
anything.
their way actually to commercializing that. Right now in Target, there's and I don't have a problem with it. I'm just saying that they're commercializing it. There's a Black History Month section, which is for Black designers, clothing designers, and stuff like that. So
Okay.
they will find a way to commercialize it. They'll commercialize just about anything.
How would you commercialize the, something like Earth Day or something like?
By selling
Martin Luther King
Earth Day
Day.
t-shirts,
Exactly.
selling like kits, like a shovel kit that has seeds in it, like some type of plant a tree
Yeah,
situation.
that's actually a good thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not a bad thing to commercialize, but that's how they could do it.
That the difference between Earth Day, something that we probably should nationalize, taking care of the earth and, taking a day to actually give back.
Yeah.
But it doesn't necessarily bring in the revenue or the money, or, people don't want to get off their couch and go pick up garbage from, the grass. They want to eat the chocolate that they got from their lovers.
Yeah.
So that's where the commercializing, they put money into commercializing things that they can get money out of.
Right. Even Valentine's Day has like cake molds or cupcake molds that are heart shaped. Earth Day, I guess you can
Sprinkles, cookies, everything. Yep.
So I have a suggestion. We go around and each of us say, what day, if we could create a national or international holiday, what holiday would we create and what would that mean? And what would be there for sale in that holiday? So you guys wanna start? What do you wish would be a national holiday? Except your birthday, Amanda. So
okay,
I guess if I were to make a national holiday, which I would say like a national self-care day.
Stop. That's what I was gonna.
okay.
You told me to go
Today.
first,
Go,
so
keep
I got
going,
to take
keep
it.
going, keep
I
going.
guess in my mind, that's just like a day. Like we have the weekends, we have days that we take off for ourselves.
Mhm.
But if there was a nationally recognized day where it's like, take a day to yourself, relax, don't feel bad about not doing something, don't feel guilty about bringing your kids to a babysitter, stuff like that. Like just a day to like literally
Self-care day.
rejuvenate yourself
Love it.
without feeling guilty. Because I think that's what we get so much. If I tell Amanda I'm taking tomorrow off to do nothing, she would understand. But if I told that to a group of people that don't know how to relax, Dr. Abbasi, take a day off. What is that?
True.
No, but did you see there is an inherent problem with that? Imagine that would be one national day that everybody would do whatever they want.
Well, hopefully they would use it in a relaxing way.
No, the rule wasn't to do whatever you want. The rule is to take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah, you know what? If that would be something like the police officers, they want to take care of themselves, or the ambulance drivers, or the surgeon, or emergency response people, or the pilot, or
Dr.
Abbasi,
all of those frontline workers are working over Christmas and working over Thanksgiving and working over other national holidays too.
But then they cannot take care of themselves in those days. We have to spread it out. Like say,
it needs to be a week.
A whole week.
Well, that would be great.
No. But it's not a whole week for you. It's a whole week. Monday is for these jobs.
Yeah, exactly.
Tuesday is for those jobs. Or like police officers, half of them take care of themselves Monday and the other half maybe Wednesday or something like that.
Yeah, we would have to do it like some alphabetical thing. Like
it sounds like it's very far off, but I think I'm just gonna have to take a national self-care day tomorrow.
Alyssa National Self-Care Day.
Yep.
I voted in. Amanda, what national holiday do you want to have?
So mine is gonna go right along those. Wait, Alyssa, did you talk about what you want to sell?
Oh yeah.
I didn't, but I guess I didn't think too much into it. I guess if anything that would involve like self-care.
Yeah.
So, kind of maybe the spa, bath bombing, I'd picture like what I would want. So to me, I'd be like 50% off massages, hot tubs galore,
free DoorDash.
Yeah, right. Free DoorDash.
Well,
Robes I don't know.
I like it. I would love that day.
Just like every holiday, it would be what you make of it. Some
Exactly.
people would think it's ridiculous and do whatever they want. And then the people that want to take advantage of it can take advantage of it.
People think Valentine's Day is ridiculous and they can just go to the store right now and see it's not.
It's real.
Yeah. I would have something right along those lines, but maybe I would call it Mental Health Day. And I would sell journals with prompts, positive prompts. Maybe everything would be in alphabetical order of compliments for yourself. So what do you love about yourself?
Oh,
Good.
Thank you.
And I would call it for a National Science Day. Why are you surprised?
no.
It is a day that people would truly appreciate the life we are having, which is based on science. We are talking based on science. The clothes you have on is based on science. The makeup you put on is based on science. The watches that keep track of your time is based on science. The vaccine that you get and save your life, the life of your children, is based on science. And I have the feeling that we give too much credit to, and that as well is produced by machines that is based on science. I have the feeling that we don't really appreciate the role of the science and the scientists in our society. There was not long time ago that the scientists in the United States, they were celebrated like superheroes and like celebrities. That they had a special place, and that was the age of enlightenment for us that made us strong as we are. But now I see that the actor is more celebrated than the person who have made our lives truly the way it is. And I think if I could choose, that would be the day. And I would make cards, like people have baseball cards. I would make cards of scientists with their lives. Like
I want one of Dr. Bassi.
We can make scientist cards for you.
for
like
me,
a baseball card
Yeah.
of Dr. Bassi.
collection that I wish one day children would grow up and collect the cards of Marie Curie or Poincaré or people who really made our life possible as they are today. And in that day, I like people just sell small little microscope to little kids, make them excited about taking something from the nature and just look inside and get excited about the marvelous thing you find in a drop of water.
What day of the year would you make it, or what time of the year?
I don't know. I really wouldn't care about the
summer.
exact-
I'm trying to think,
What?
like, when do you feel the most sciencey? Like, I always think National Pie Day is, 3.14 for obvious reasons.
Oh,
So-
that is the pie. 3.1, the 14 of, I thought pie,
Of March.
like apple pie. I thought that.
Well,
was
no,
pie.
people celebrate Pie Day by eating pie.
Yeah, that's
So
how we celebrate
yeah,
Pie Day in
PI
high
by
school.
PIE. When
Yeah.
I worked at Perkins, I hated Pie Day. I took it off every year. I refused to work it because people would come and be insane about the pies.
And again, why? Because it brings in money. It gives us a
Yeah.
reason to celebrate, go out, do American things, eat
Yeah.
and spend money.
People want a reason to celebrate.
That's a good thing. That's
When
our
did they-
economy.
When did people stop treating scientists like celebrities?
It is, it's a combination of TV becoming big in US and practically this personality cult that Hollywood made these fake personalities that they were glamorous, they were rich, they were beautiful, and they would be everywhere. For a long time, that if you would read newspaper, it would be about about discoveries, about the scientists, about like Edison, like they were celebrities of their time.
Even Albert Einstein was a celebrity at
Yes.
this time, and he's not that old.
Yeah, and people would have the poster, the picture of this scientist on their walls. The kid would have that. Now, if you go to a children the room today, most likely you see either a TV movie star or a sport
Say a movie poster,
sport
musician,
celebrity.
band, sport.
Yeah,
Or like a streamer. Now kids love streamers.
yeah, like TikTok celebrities, maybe even. I'm wondering
Wow.
if
Oh my
somebody has
gosh.
your picture on their wall,
I
Amanda.
was
Well,
just
no, this
gonna
is
say.
off topic, but Joe Biden like addressed the public the other day,
Okay.
and TikTokers were there. They invited TikTokers to his public address.
Well,
Yeah.
didn't you, which again, on top of that, there was a big deal about why some of the top TikTokers were brought into the Grammys. And they said that there were over like 1 million to 2 million more views brought in from the TikTokers than all of the famous people combined, just because
Wow.
of the followings and views. And you think about it, it's brilliant.
It is.
It's
Especially
brilliant that
because the
these
Grammys are dying.
well, I mean, I wouldn't know.
Not anymore.
I don't watch it,
Thanks to TikTok, not
but
anymore.
I watch TikTok, so
Mm-hmm.
So
that's-
that would be my national holiday, the day, National Day of Science, where we
Yeah.
celebrate the fundamental things that makes our life as comfortable as it is, and celebrate people who contribute to that.
now that I think of it, Dr. Bossi, have you ever heard of Shark Week?
No, tell me about it.
It's not that I'm super familiar with it, but there's a week where basically in America, I don't know how many channels, but 24/7 for a week, they play shark shows, shark movies, Discovery Channel. It is a whole week just about sharks.
All about sharks.
I don't exactly understand why it's such a big deal, but I have a ton of people that go crazy over Shark Week.
Mhm.
And I just think back, if we can have a whole week over sharks, why can't we have a day about science,
Yeah.
a day about history, a day about things that actually, not that sharks do not matter, but if we can get a full week of fully televised national broadcasting for
Well,
sharks.
Yeah, but
Have you guys watched the movie Sharknadoes?
No, just
No?
Jaws.
It is a tornado with sharks, that the sharks are in the tornado, and that is the most ridiculous. It has already the cult status. This the
I think we should write into PBS or NBC and tell them we need Science Week.
yes. Now, for everybody who's watching that, go watch Nova. Nova is from the National Public Television, a series that's practically brings science, and it has existed for decades. And I wish a day that parents would sit with their children and watch an episode of Nova. They bring science in a way that regular people understand it, and they do a great job. So if that should be, I wish that it would be a day that parents sit with their children and watch just one episode of Nova. Okay.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
I think it's a great idea to just have parents come and sit with their children a little bit more in general.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. Especially something that's more Educational.
Something that they can answer questions. And, that's something I think about a lot when we
Mhm.
think about, you brought up science. Who do you ask those questions to?
Yeah.
I ask,
Actually, believe it or not,
Dr. Bossi.
yeah, that's why I ask.
I made my children, they wanted like for cell phones or something. They had to watch 7 episodes of some sciencey thing with me, and not just sitting there. I would quiz them about it. So
That's
they had,
good.
they had to pass that. After 7 episodes, they could have a cell phone. So
I like that.
yeah, well, they didn't like it, but
I would not like that either. I don't mind. I like science. I got some degrees in science, and I still, as a child, I would not like that.
No, when I was in
Well,
school,
but they
science-
survived. They
Do it
survived.
now. If Dr. Bossi said, Amanda, as soon as you wake up, you cannot have your phone until you learn something about science.
yeah,
Would you do
yeah, I could, but I would like to choose the episodes.
Yeah,
fair.
well, they didn't have cell phone. That was the price they had to pay to get cell phones.
Okay.
So I think it's a good deal,
The
that
gift of education.
yeah, well, they for them to get the cell phone, they had to watch 7 episodes of a show, which is about the evolution with me.
That's actually really smart. It sounds like something my dad would do because he always had this quote. He would say the punishment has to fit the crime. So if I wanted something, I would have to earn it in a way that makes sense towards what I wanted.
Hey, that's good. I like
So
that.
it is 3:40. I think we can.
Well, I was actually going to ask Alyssa if you think the Super Bowl is a national holiday.
Oh, yes, it is. People, I think it's even more important than Christmas. I mean, look at the excitement. Look at the amount of the money going around.
Yeah, but also similar to Christmas and similar to these other national holidays, we're kind of watering it down and making it less exciting. We were talking about this yesterday, and I compared it to Black Friday. It used to be that Super Bowl commercials were a big deal. People would watch the Super Bowl just for the commercials. And Charlie told us that
they release the commercials almost a week in advance now if you want to see them.
Yeah.
I love football. Amanda knows I love football. I love the Super Bowl. And I think Abasi's onto something when he says that it is a very, very big deal. But I think it's a very big deal for that select audience. Like to me, I could see where the Super Bowl would be more of a national holiday. I used to go over to parties to watch the Super Bowl, eat food, have fun every year. And then I look at Amanda and I'm like, oh, Amanda, what are you doing for the Super Bowl? She goes, what?
I didn't realize it was coming.
Yeah. And and then we look at Valentine's Day, even though you might not like Valentine's Day, we all know about it. We all hear about it. We're aware of it. I don't think the Super Bowl is quite on that level.
I'm not sure where you are going and with whom you're talking, but you cannot escape the Super Bowl. Actually, Amanda and I, we were in the airport. They delayed the flight so people can watch the end of Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They delayed the whole flight.
No one was getting on the plane because they were all watching the Super Bowl game.
Yeah. So
last year. That sounds like a protest.
When did they ever delay a flight for Christmas or flight for anything else? So I think it's pretty considering this is a sport that is only in US. I mean, nobody else really plays that.
It's the National Football League. They play across the seas.
Don't they call it World Series, something with World Series?
I think that's baseball. The
World Series.
Sorry. Oh my God. I committed sacrilege. I mixed baseball and football.
Even I knew that.
See, this is breaking my heart, Mr. It's a national holiday and we're not even on the right sport.
Well, actually, we wanted to quiz your football knowledge for these.
My football knowledge?
Yeah, I just wanted.
I don't believe you really need to do that.
What? I just wanted
football knowledge is like close to zero.
Amanda did it, so you can too. If you haven't checked out our TikTok,
you put it on. Okay, I think I saw the TikTok.
No, please don't cheat.
No, okay, no, I won't cheat. Go ahead.
Dr. Abbasi, you did not see the TikTok if you did not like it.
Sometimes he does that.
So what am I supposed to do?
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
So basically, these are all NFL logos.
Okay.
So this is a logo for a team that you can see. And based off of this image, we want you to guess the name of the team.
And so the name of the team and where they're from. Like, for instance, obviously this isn't that. I don't know what that one is, but the Minnesota Vikings.
No, okay. This is how little my knowledge is. I'm just going to make shit up now for you because
I put on this one.
Okay, so this is what? Where did that go?
Oh, you can't see?
No, I just was seeing it and it's gone now.
Oh, okay.
You move it to the other side?
No.
It was there though. I saw a bee.
Yeah, I know. I moved it to the other
If
camera.
you saw
Okay, so
Amanda's-
I'm going to call it the Bulls from Nebraska.
I think he's worse than
the
me.
Nebraska Bulls. I like it.
Nebraska Bulls.
Close.
Close.
Okay.
Yeah.
I actually know this one.
I would call this the Washingtonians from Georgia, because this looked like George Washington.
George
Is it the New
Washington.
England?
Yeah, it looked like George Washington. With the
Hey,
hat.
you're
Close.
on to something. You're on to something.
Okay.
Okay, this is it looked like a bison, like a buffalo.
Hey.
I know.
Buffalo, flying buffaloes from New York.
Hey, that's the closest one you got.
Is it New York?
Yeah.
The Bills.
Yeah.
Oh, is it New York? Look
It
at
is
that.
New York. It's Buffalo. Buffalo, New York.
You
So
did
you're
good on
close.
that one.
Oh, wow.
We'll tell you the answers at the end.
This is
Shout out to Charlie for putting this PowerPoint together.
Thanks, Charlie.
this is the Blitz from Nebraska.
Wow, Nebraska is bumping with athletes.
I
Yeah.
know. Oh, this is is that the Red Hats or the?
It's orange.
It's orange. I'm colorblind. It's red to me. Okay, let's call this the brain protectors from
Nebraska.
Nebraska.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is
Bulls.
no,
This
this
is-
is yours. This is for you.
You should know this
The
one.
next two he should know. You
Why
really
would
need to
I
know
know?
these next two.
Why should I know that? This is the
Yeah.
horn. No, the horn. What is it?
The next two are NFL teams from Texas. So you
Oh,
need to know these.
the
Yeah.
Broncos from Nebraska.
From
Yeah,
Texas.
They're from Nebraska, Texas. It's actually
From
the-
Nebraska, Texas. Yeah. Okay. No. See the bullhorn. No. What is called this thing?
Well, what you're thinking of is a longhorn bull.
Longhorns from Houston.
Wow, it is Houston.
It is Houston.
But you're close.
Should we say what they are too?
We'll go through them. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Another Texas.
This is a big one in Texas. They go
Really?
crazy.
Oh,
It's huge.
Lone Star from.
That's hockey.
Okay, well, it's
It is the Lone Star.
Lone Star State, yeah.
a Lone Star state. Texas is a Lone Star state.
Yeah, it is.
I would say this is Dallas.
Nailed it.
I did.
Yeah. All right.
Oh,
This is the
okay.
last one we have for you to guess. Not from Texas.
Not from Texas, Nebraska.
Not from Nebraska.
Okay, well, this is obviously the what do we call that?
The horseshoe.
Horseshoe Broncos? No? No?
You're close. Thanks so much for guessing.
Good job.
We're gonna go through and we're gonna
Good
tell you.
job. Yeah, right. Good job.
Okay.
Okay.
You know this one,
No,
Amanda?
I don't remember.
This is
it.
the Cincinnati Bengals.
Bengals.
The Bengals. Yep, like the
Like the
cat.
cat.
And Amanda knows this one.
This is the New England Patriots.
Oh, yeah,
Patriots.
George Washington. I told you.
Yeah, you're close.
Yeah, you're close. You use your context clues.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then this one is Amanda knows this one too.
Buffalo Bills.
The Buffalo Bills from Buffalo, New York.
Oh, I was right.
Mm-hmm. You know this one?
The Chargers.
Yep. Los Angeles Chargers. They were once San Diego.
Huh.
Got moved.
This is the Cleveland Browns.
Browns. What's
Yeah.
wrong about
Browns.
it?
I have no idea why this is their logo.
Well, the helmet shades are brown, I guess.
Their colors are brown and orange, but that is their logo.
I don't remember this one.
I'm
Houston-
already falling asleep.
Houston
Coming over that.
Texans.
What's
This
that?
is the Texans.
The Houston Texans.
Oh, that's what's called Houston Texans.
Yep.
They could have put a little more imagination in that.
You
name.
know,
I know, right? I
That's
know.
why you're going there.
We're gonna change it. We're gonna teach them better.
You know this
Okay.
one.
Yeah, Dallas Cowboys.
Dallas. Okay.
Dallas
Let's talk
Cowboys.
about that.
You remember this one?
No, the Buccaneers or something like
No.
that.
Indianapolis Colts.
The Colts.
The colts?
The colts.
Like a
Yep, like a
horse?
little, yeah, a young
Like
horse
a
is called a
gun
colt.
Colt, like a gun?
No, like a horse. That's why it's a
Yes,
horseshoe.
it's like the gun colt, but yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
a baby horse is called a colt.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But yeah, that's
Okay.
all we got for you. We just wanted to test you
I'm,
out.
I'm so, I'm so ashamed of myself being an American right now.
Yeah,
See,
you
I
test
think
us all
you,
the
I think
time.
you need to study up for that national holiday on Sunday.
Oh,
No, it got moved.
Well, he did.
Next
he says
Sunday.
it's bigger than Christmas.
And my
so-
birthday is bigger than the Super Bowl. So
yeah. Well, it was great, very educational. We have our case conference in about 10 minutes.
Yep.
I'm hoping that the pictures are ready, that somebody would show them, put them up, and then we can go over multiple. So if you're interested now in medicine and reading CTs, stay tuned. In about 10 minutes, we will have our case reviews. We going to show some preoperative and postoperative pictures. But I think, is there anything else, announcement, Amanda, you want to make?
well, I just wanted to say that 20% of Americans give their animals pets for give their pets Valentines for Valentine's Day.
That was gold. 20% of our Americans, they give their animals pets for Valentine's Day.
Hey, I gave my animal a pet.
I was gonna say, I think Amanda has been talking about how at least Chimmy needs a pet.
Yeah, I want to. Well, first I
Or
want to see
friend.
it. I want to meet with the. Well, you're gonna think this is so dumb, but I really want to meet with an animal whisperer or like an animal psychic, so then
Mhm.
she can tell me if Chimmy wants a sister or not.
He said, case review.
Yeah. So join us in 10 minutes for our case review.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for watching.
It was great having you.
Yeah. Thanks, Dr. Abassi.
Bye-bye.